Magic.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Mad Magic. Got a quick video here about Card Kingdom. I was chatting with Thallid, and I'm actually starting to wonder, A, what is going on in general with Magic, the economy, but B, is Card Kingdom actually fundamentally in trouble right now? So, Thallid, what were your thoughts on this? Something is weird with Card Kingdom right now.
What's going on with Card Kingdom right now is that they're scared. We're in an election year. The economy is, although like on the surface, if you view certain figures, it's doing great, but in other manners, such as the price of gas, the price of groceries, etc., everything's priced to the moon, right? So they're scared to buy cards from people because they don't know what direction the economy is moving in. So their knee-jerk reaction is to remove cards from the buy list, right? This is the exact same thing that happened during the late 2019, early 2020 virus who shall not be named era, right? Every major website, multi-million-dollar business like Card Kingdom, TCG Player, these businesses removed cards from their buy list. And as a result, you'll see they're out of stock of everything that's like vintage, reserve list stuff in near mint condition at the very least. Most cards that they have, I mean, as you see,
there's an excellent time twister we saw, but that's it.
Out of stock, out of stock, out of stock.
And by the way, that doesn't count.
Yeah,
right there, those retro frames. Screw that.
Yeah, it's completely irrelevant.
Right? Very good. Here's an excellent Alpha Mox Pearl.
And see, they removed a lot of these cards from the buy list for so long. And what it does is it creates, in essence, a different kind of monopoly. Although there is still like competition with your neighbor, that's who you're competing with. When all of these places that sell cards online that are reliable, trustworthy sources pull down their buy list, that's going to cause a spike. It's going to cause a lower number of supply. Any kind of spike in demand is going to be, it's going to cause a card to just absolutely explode in price. Now I'm competing, when I'm selling cards, I'm not competing with Card Kingdom anymore, the multi-million-dollar business, because they don't fucking have the cards. I'm not competing with TCG Player anymore. I'm not competing with MTG Seattle. I'm not competing with any of ABU. I'm not competing with any of these other people. The only people I'm competing with are the guys that are sitting in their grandma's basement selling cards on eBay and packaging them up, right? And essentially, those people, us people, people that listen to this podcast, all you guys out there, that's us.
And I do love you. You fucks.
We're the monopoly now. We have the power.
Power to the little people!
Of the price of these cards. And if you scroll down these cards and you have possession of these alpha, these beta, these unlimited cards, these cards are going to explode in price. That's all that can happen. As long as there's any demand for these, the smallest, most subtle demand for these cards.
But not too small, because it's Saturday and I need to suck me some d***.
If I can't go on TCG Player and find one, if I can't go on Card Kingdom and find one, they explode.
Yeah, explode. All over me.
We were talking about just recently on one of our videos, the Deranged Hermit, right? Let's see. How many Deranged Hermits they got? That is a judge's promo, right? They got 2 excellent. Only very goods, right? So we were talking about donates, right? Love that card. Donate's a really great card, especially, in Commander. Very goods, right? And these are not, political trickery. These are not cards that should be that hard to have. Ooh, they're actually saying they have 4 copies.
They have 4 copies of a card that's...
No, they're going to have 0 copies of that.
Really cool card in Commander. Especially as lands get better and they do more tricky things, like political trickery becomes a better card. Especially being on the reserve list. But all these cards are just...
They got her.
Yeah. Look at me all sexy and stuff.
If you can't buy them from anything other than a private seller or a seller that's essentially a contractor on eBay, like they name their own fucking price. They name their price.
$1 million an hour. You know I'm worth it.
Look at Treachery. 8 copies available. Well, they all
Very
look like
good. They look like shit.
They're trash.
Yeah.
Like, it's cool if you want to buy a copy of that, and if it's just something that you want to play with. There is very little equity in buying a very good copy of a card.
Power, maybe, right? Power 9, fine.
Yeah,
if you get a good price on it.
That's a different animal.
The point is like, these cards shouldn't be that hard to come by. Meanwhile, right? They've got Card Kingdom's got nothing.
There is such a shallow depth in the vintage market that people don't understand.
Shallow depth. Terrible.
These cards don't exist. Very
good.
Look what we did with The Exorcist. We made a fucking video on The Exorcist.
Exorcist army! You lovely fuckers!
Between the two of us, we bought, maybe 3 or 4 dozen copies of the card in near mint. And now, to buy a near mint copy, when we bought them, what were we buying them for? I think the cheapest ones I was buying them for was like $5 to $8.
Yeah.
And eventually I said I would go as high as 20 or 25. The majority of the ones I bought, I would say my average cost basis is around $12. And I have a few dozen copies of the card. The depth of the market for near mint cards that are from the ABU 4 Horsemen era, it is so fucking shallow. You can literally manipulate the market at your will with a few $100 in your wallet.
Looking for anything near mint. I got very good, some excellent sitting around here.
Almost nothing. If you organize from high to low on price level, there's almost zero near mint of any of these. Look at this. I don't think have we seen one near mint card yet?
We saw one. There was but it was one of the legend creatures only for collectability right here. This one.
Yeah.
Tetsuo. Caracas. Are you kidding me right now? For $50? To me, it looks like this is the thing with Card Kingdom. You have to have the stock.
That's the problem with that card. That's the reason.
I get it. Yeah, but spend money to get money. It's a good card, but it's a great card. Spend money to get money. At a $50 level, you can't up your price, on your buy list to get these from people to stock up. People need to know they can come here and get this. If you're grinding down over every $1.50 over every single card, even if it's a $200 card, you care about $1.50 one way or another. I'm wondering if this is going to be a survival. In 5 years from now, is there going to be a buy list anywhere?
Inventory is so depleted, it's gonna cause a spike in buy list prices. It's much easier for someone who collects, trades, and sells to send cards off to Card Kingdom and know that they're sending it to a reputable source that isn't going to try to fucking scam them and send them back a counterfeit card or something. It's much easier to do that. So what they're going to do eventually is they're going to recognize this, just as they did recognize it about what it's been three or 4 years ago now. They made the mistake of pulling down the buy list, and that really changed the trajectory of Magic the Gathering as the level of its collectability. Because if you can't go to these conglomerates essentially and buy these cards, you have to go on eBay, you have to trust someone that's a private seller, you have to trust their evaluation of the card. Even if they do send you the card and there's a buyer's guarantee, you have to go through the hassle of sending it back and getting a refund, having your money on hold.
Oh, for crying out loud. Refunds suck balls.
This is the kind of thing that materializes bull markets in Magic. Dead buy list in combination of a spike in every other market, especially Bitcoin and the S&P 500. People diversify in alternate assets that have money, because people that typically are invested in Bitcoin and the SPY, they have extra money. and they want to have fun. And let's be honest, how fun is it to have own a few shares of Amazon on paper versus how much more would you enjoy having, a few shares of Amazon on paper and also having, like an unlimited box pearl.
Or an original Liliana, me.
If I can give a final thought to Card Kingdom and anyone else that does buy lists. You know that taking the credit price is what you want us to do because you don't have to actually give us money. You just give us other cards. You do the cardboard trades all day long. There's a spread in the middle. But what am I going to use my credit on? Okay. And so you got to start stacking up on worthwhile cards, even if your sell price is a bit high. The psychology to us is, well, it's just credit anyway. I'll pay another $15 over if it's an expensive good card because we trust that your grading will be near mint and that's worth something. But if the card just isn't there, then why take credit? Card Kingdom, we love you. We do. Your buy list is the easiest to use. It's one of the more competitive ones. There's some other buy lists who've gone just stupid. You're not going to do any business there, right? But you got to weather the storm. Have a rainy day fund. And if we know we can go there and find the card that we want, we're lazy. We know we get a pure near mint card from you if that's what you say. All right? Anyone who's buying a $50 card and won't buy it for $53 from you and they go on eBay, they're an effing moron. Okay? You've made it easy. We trust you. We love you. But we just can't do any business because you don't have anything. Make an adjustment.
Magic.